On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what a guan, a blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Saturday the day when some of the regular ones and ones them out there traverse the church. So whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever, and happy Sabbath to you all. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there in the streets traversing, going about your regular business from Moran Point to the Grill Point. Whether you're out there going to the market district just to get a little onion, skeleton and thyme, if you deal with a little soup later, or you don't know if you season up the chicken overnight, cause you don't know say tomorrow are the official red rice and roaster day. Just go and be safe in the streets, and as always, as me always make you know, say yo, safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner, Yeye, cause the old Dutty Corna boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So as promised, Allman town on ask for the intervention of On The Spot News Media into what is happening in your community. It is really sad though to see that these communities over the years just keep deteriorating and seemingly getting worse. But I've seen cries of the residents ask, Andrew Wellness, what you gonna do about the crime in my community? What you gonna do about the whole heap of knockings and clappings them were going, and the continuous fatalities that we see happening every day? Now that's a good question, Andrew Wellness. What you gonna do about the fatalities what happen? But the better question is to ask, what are you going to do, or what are you prepared to do about what is happening in your community? Because guess what? You live with them, you know them. As some on a pitney, as some on a brother, as some on a mother, as some on a father, as some on a schoolmate, as some on a man, and as some on a woman. Yeah man. So what are you willing to do about what is happening in your community? Now that is the question. Yeah man. Now we are going to start it off. We are going to definitely give you a long list of criminal elements who are directly involved in what is happening in the Allman town space. And one of the main persons of concern is this criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Pops. Now, Pops is said to be one of the reputed gang leaders for a section in the Allman town community. Now, Pops, just like many others, rose to prominence from behind bars. Pops is presently incarcerated on a series of fatal knockings and clappings and serious injuries of other people. Now, of course, all of which took place in the Allman town community and surrounding communities. So I'm not saying that Pops wasn't a knockis and clappis before, but he rose to prominence, the Dan for a certain section in Allman town, whilst behind bars. Is a youth where I stay from prison right now and I run be a program and people just a get dropped left, right and center all over the place. So now we are going to introduce to some other people who is closely associated with the criminal element known as Pops. Now one of those persons is another old Dutty Corna boy who hails from a total different community, the community of Craigtown in the Kingston Western Police Division. Now the criminal element from Craigtown that I'm making mention of is one of Craigtown's reputed top knockers and clappers and gang leader. We are talking about Guess. Now in this video is Pops and Guess back in the days a chill and bill at a hotel uptown. Watch. So as you can see, Pops a chill and bill in the city and Guess is on the other end. So this just goes to show the interconnectedness between these criminal organizations. So more time you hear say a man food get nyamino. And the people them a wonder who the brother there we come in at the place, come nyam the man food. I saw them do it. So Guess we send in theme soldiers them for come mash a work so Pops in a theme place. And Pops will do the same thing for Guess. Yeah man. So watch this now. Let me show you exactly how the link set between Craigtown and Allman Town faction where Pops control. Now on your screen, Craigtown people can definitely identify the criminal element standing beside Pops. That criminal element is the infamous Baridan from Craigtown, a top knockers and clappers from Craigtown who is closely associated to Guess. So I saw the link set in the place. So don't be surprised if you see inner Allman Town get hot up and the knockers and clappers them where carry out the attacks is from Craigtown. Yeah man. So the next thing, for those who have been watching on the Spot News Media for quite some time, I made mention of a criminal element known as A1 Dan back in the time when we used to cover vlogs of happenings into Allman Town. The criminal A1 Dan is also, was a top knockers and clappers for this criminal element here, Pops. A1 Dan, of course, is no longer among the land of the living. I covered a vlog when A1 Dan went and took the life of a man known as Tiggy. Tiggy, by the way, is also related to Pops. But Pops and Fim sister, yes, April, you may attack, Pops' sister, want to control the yard, and because Tiggy a whole harden and decide to them can't get total control over the yard, them go thief the bike and make it seems as if the bike are the actual reason why A1 Dan and him friend them slap with Tiggy. But it was actually the control of the yard why Tiggy end up lose Fim 3 pints. For those who can remember, because one thing me know in a garrison, a man gets slapped today and it's just a 9-day talk. As soon as the funeral gone, he is all forgotten. Them deal with the situation like him never ever exist. Him never did ban, as a matter of fact. Them just move on with them life and on to the next fatality, which is really sad. Yeah man. Now on your screen is another picture of Pops and another top knockers and clappers known as Yeye. So Yeye are one of the man them right now, where a lack of a whole heap of the strap them for Pops and a carry out a whole heap of the hits them for Pops in the streets. Also, so Yeye is another noted and reputed criminal figure in Allman Town. Now always within the mix, you always have a so-called artist who is definitely not among the smartest. And this criminal element here presently on your screen is one of such. He goes by the name of Gaga in the streets. Now this criminal element here is also another top knockers and clappers that is associated to Pops. So Gaga is also one of the top tier members in a Pops organization where control a portion of the straps them also, and is also one of the main influential factors in the place when knockings and clappings for go on. Now we get to understand, say, the police them did lock him up, just after a brother did get dirt right on the corner there so of Arnold Road in the top section of Allman town. The knockings they go on sometime in May of this year, the latter part of May of this year, if memory serves me correct. So we get to understand, say, Pops send Gaga and him nephew figure do the dirt there because a youth with them call Delhi did slap with them friend with them call Hype, Allman town people. I'm pretty sure when you remember the knockings and clappings there. So watch this now. This is the nephew presently on your screen. His nephew goes by the name of Josh. So this is one of the main trigger men for Pops in Allman town. The list continues. The list goes on. A very, very long list of criminal elements. But me soon get down to the part where the Yeye student lose him 3 points on TikTok live. Yeah, man. Now on your screen is another top knockers and clappers identified as Andrew Blacks. Now Andrew Blacks and Pops real tight. When time I say tight, me mean in a sense where if Pops said dirt, Andrew Blacks now asks why. And if Andrew Blacks said dirt settings, Pops ready. That type of connection there, Pops and Andrew Blacks have. Andrew Blacks, just like Pops, is presently behind bars. Andrew Blacks and another little criminal element. He never really get for blossom big in the thing, but he is presently behind bars with Andrew Blacks. The two of them charge for Tiggy, fatal, knockings and clappings. So I go on right there, say, as always, this brother here, known as Pops, stay from behind bars and instigate the lives of others. And as I stated earlier, his sister known as April, living at the yard with Tiggy. So them want to take over the yard. So she call her brother, and her brother line up Josh, that a fear her son and for him nephew. For Andrew Blacks, go do the dirt. So Andrew Blacks decides say, him a top knockers, so him not have to flip that little bat there because them a say, boy, Tiggy bat is not no big bat for him fly, so him not gonna get no props off of the bat there. So him and A1 Dan will end up lose film 3 points some time ago. Go get another little killy known as Roberto. But the thing is, Roberto never really too know what Tiggy look like. So I saw them go get Steve now. For him and Steven go do the dirt. Pantigi. Yeah, man. So I saw them go to work. Them youth here walk Dutty. Now this one here, presently on your screen, identified as Max, is another top knockers and clappers associated to Pops. Now him come from over spoilers, but him live in a Allman town for a mighty long time now. So this brother here, you see most of the knockings and clappings them wanna see a go on. Him always get himself involved in it somewhere, somehow. And as always, all criminal organization, them have them little spotters Them little send out youth them we always they out in the streets and make sure say the corners them watch and the man them where them send if you go lock the strap them when time squad them in the place and thing. So this brother here presently on your screen, known as Allman or Blacks, is one of such. Allman are definitely one of Pop's little spotters them. We go out in the streets and make sure say everything is everything and report back to him general pan the ground. Yeah man. But youth, me I tell you this, you come from off a good table. I will see and know say your mother a try her utmost best with you. And all you do is stress out the poor woman every time you get yourself caught up in a bangarang where you go on at the place. Stop stress out your mother because I know everybody the badness cut out for, and that in itself is a word to the wise. Yeah man. Now I just spoke about Stephen, the youth were charged with Andrew Blacks, fatigue, knockings and clappings. This is Stephen presently on your screen. So as I stated earlier in my peeps, I him them send with Roberto to show him who is Tiggy before Tiggy lose Fim 3 pints. And I him same one that can up the youth to them call Brandon. Simply because, well not too simply, because Brandon did run a one knife in a A1 dan almost take him life, same place, pan the spot. But of course, A1 dan, as we all know, end up losing 3 pints shortly after. Now you have another knockings and clappies. This criminal element here, presently on your screen identified as Sin. Boy, may I tell you, them man have some name that is definitely fitting. Now, Sin is presently on your screen. Now, you remember the knockings and clappings that I talked about were going in a May of this year earlier in the vlog. Sin was one of the knockings and clappies them were going at the car and go clap with the youth round a Arnold Road. It's a youth where used to work a factory. Yeah man, so Sin and Gaga did in at the car, and Pop's nephew known as Josh did in at the car when the youth they end up lose Fim 3 pints. Now another criminal element presently on your screen identified as Dede. Yeah man. So this brother you know go down the road and go knock it and clap it pan a man with them call Pepper Light. Him a one of the serious knockers and clappers them still. So he's not, definitely not to be taken lightly because this brother cut out for the badness, if you know what I mean. And this brother you know, presently on your screen, them call him Dads. Him a Fry Yeye, brother you know, say Fry Yeye, I one of the little hot skull them in the place. But him get can up. And you don't know, as you can see him presently, have iron in a film foot. So, them slow him down, you know, but it's a knockis and clappis, nonetheless. Yeah, man. This next criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Delmar. Him is another top knockis and clappis. But the difference is still him govern a part of Allman town for himself, what them call Prince Albert Street. But him align with Pops. So him is also a part of the whole madness we wanna see a go on in a Allman town presently. Now the last thing that me I gotta say before me get into the US student who end up losing 3 pints span in TikTok live just a few days ago is that Fry Yeye is now among you members of the diaspora. Yeah man, him reach in America. So right now Fry Yeye dead. I make a bag of money we get for you understand. And I make sure say Pops thing up and running, say I send in the power to make sure say the gun and gunshot them dead for blaze continuously in the skins of its residents. Now Pops, as we all know, are one of the top man them for Prince of Wales Street. Whole heap of things him a go on with since him leave the island. Yeah, man. Now me could talk about the youth who end up losing 3 pints and him TikTok live. Now this is the US student presently on your screen, identified as Keanu Watson, otherwise known as Popsy. Ironically, him share a similar, what we call as Jamaicans, pet name. But he is totally different from the criminal element Pops, as Popsy, as we all know, attended the University of the West Indies and basically passed him courses and just await for collect him bachelor's degree sometime in October of this year. But sadly, he lost his life to the hands of criminal elements, wreaking havoc in his community of Allman town. Now on your screen is a criminal element identified as Wimpy. Now Wimpy is said to be one of the trigger men involved in the fatal knockings and clappings of the university student. Now Wimpy was in the company of another criminal element identified only by his alias as Big Bro. So those 2 criminal elements is said to be the trigger men behind the fatal knockings and clappings of the university student. Now on your screen is a criminal element known as Tambo. Now Tambo is another Dan. Him run off a part of Woodford Park with them call track when name 20. Now a him run the program. A him send Wimpy and Big Bro fi go do the dirt. But I never really the US student them want for dirt, you know. Them go for another criminal element we par with another wanted man, another Dan known as CJ. Now me so me couldn't know who named CJ. Now CJ is another Dan we run a part of track, but it's like the youth where them go for move from which part him did there, and the knackies and clappies them never know say the youth did dead so. So them just go up there and just start wet up can in the yard. Now the question is being asked, why the US student in the company of known knackies and clappies? Well, growing up in the ghetto, you know say more time a youth a trod the straight and narrow. But him and the knackies and clappies them now grew up together as youth and youth. So even though he's a knackies and clappies are still him friend from marble days and lasket days from back in the days. So I saw make him still have them round him same way, which him should have know better because you don't know how the girls run when a man come for a man who you know hot in the place. Them not go hesitate for wet your skin too. And I saw the youth end up lose 3 pints. But at the end of the day, the youth was not a knackies and clappies. A good youth will just get caught up, wrong place, wrong time. Boy, me I tell you, it rough. So watch this now, the same criminal element that Dan for a 20 out of track there, known as Tambo. Him dep on bail for a youth where him go slap with brawling up a track with name K. K was the Dan before CJ. So that's why Tambo clap with K, because K use Baridan. Yeah man, the same Baridan from Craigtown for clap with him friend we known as Tommy Lee. So that's why Tambo go circle back and slap with K and start team up with Pops them at Allman town. So when I see the whole dynamics of things or things are unravel right before on the very eyes. But I'm pretty sure many of you, the regular ones and ones them down there in Allman town, Una don't know the scripts already. Una know how everything start and why it a happen. So basically, Tambo I give Andrew Blacks and Pops them strength for war CJ because Tambo by himself can't really manage CJ them. Yeah, man. Now this is CJ presently on your screen. His correct name is Calvin Simon, but more popularly known in the streets as CJ. I wanna see a be a little pissy tail boy, them be a little young youth a perpetrate all of this violence and destruction in the community of Allman town. So CJ run the bottom part of track, wanted presently for a whole heap of knockings and clappings and fatalities in Allman town and surrounding communities. Now I fit him friend, as I stated earlier, Wimpy did go for slap away when unfortunately the US student lose him 3 pints. Poor me I tell you, it rough. So Allman town residents, instead of posting Andrew Holness, Horace Chang, Minister of National Security and Commissioner of Police and JDF head, where uno go do about the crime in a Allman town. Good question still, you know. And they are to do something about the crime in Allman town, as I stated, rightfully so. But them alone can't do it. Uno need to go on board, join forces, partner with the security forces for help uno in the fight against the crime and violence in your communities. So now ask yourself the question, what am I going to do to help with the fight against these criminal elements in my community? They are your brothers, your sisters, your nephews, your man, your pitney, your uncle, your cousin, your classmate, your brethren. They are related to uno one way or the other. Uno know them. Uno know where them there. Uno know where them go on with. Uno see when time them go on with it. Because them not hide for commit the crimes in front of uno. A brawling murder. Them all Dutty kind of boy they say. So now the onus is on you to make your community better. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.